This video is about famous Hollywood celebrities and people who passed away in November 2020 in the United States. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel to support us. Abby Dalton. She was born in August 1932 and she died in November 2020. Her age was 88 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Abby Dalton was an American actress with a long and successful career in television. She was best known for her role as the winemaker Julia Conson on the popular 1980s primetime soap opera Falcon Crest. She also earned an Emmy nomination for her earlier role as Ellie Barnes on The Joey Bishop Show and was a frequent panelist on the game show Hollywood Squares. Carol Arthur. She was born in August 1935 and she died in November 2020. Her age was 85 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications from Alzheimer's disease. Carol Arthur was an American actress of stage and screen, best known for her work in the films of director Mel Brooks. The widow of actor Dom DeLuise, she had memorable roles as the pious and outspoken school teacher Harriet Johnson in the classic 1974 comedy Blazing Saddles. She also appeared in other Brooks films, including Silent Movie and Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Norm Crosby. He was born in September 1927 and he died in November 2020. His age was 93 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. Norm Crosby was a beloved American comedian, famously known as the master of malaprop. His signature comedic style involved the clever and intentional misuse of words, creating hilarious linguistic blunders that delighted audiences for decades. He was a frequent guest on television talk and variety shows, a regular on the Friars Club Roast, and a long co-host of the Jerry Lewis MDA Labor Day Telethon. Elsa Raven. She was born in September 1929 and she died in November 2020. Her age was 91 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Elsa Raven was a distinguished and memorable American character actress. She was known for her small but iconic role as the Save the Clock Tower lady in the classic 1985 film Back to the Future. She also had a notable role as Ida Strauss in the blockbuster film Titanic and appeared in numerous other film and television productions over her long career. Alex Trebek. He was born in July 1940 and he died in November 2020. His age was 80 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pancreatic cancer. Alex Trebek was a beloved and iconic Canadian-American television personality who was the host of the syndicated game show Jeopardy for a remarkable 37 seasons. Known for his intelligence, wit, and unflappable professionalism, he became a cultural institution and one of the most respected figures in television history. He hosted the show until the very end of his life, becoming a symbol of grace and courage during his public battle with pancreatic cancer. Nikki McKibben. She was born in September 1978 and she died in November 2020. Her age was 42 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was brain aneurysm. Nikki McKibben was an American singer who became a household name as a contestant on the inaugural season of American Idol in 2002. Known for her rock and roll style and powerful voice, she finished in third place behind Kelly Clarkson and Justin Guarini. She was a key figure in the early success of the show that would go on to become a cultural phenomenon. Hal Ketchum. He was born in April 1953 and he died in November 2020. His age was 67 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from dementia. Hal Ketchum was a popular and successful American country music singer and songwriter. A former member of the Grand Ole Opry, he rose to fame in the 1990s with a string of hit songs, including his signature #1 hit, Small Town Saturday Night. He was known for his rich, emotive voice and his blend of country, folk, and rock influences. Len Barry. He was born in June 1942 and he died in November 2020. His age was 78 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from cancer. Len Barry was an American singer and songwriter who was a popular blue-eyed, soul, and rock and roll artist in the 1960s. He was a lead singer of the doo-wop group The Dovels, who had a major hit with Bristol Stomp. He later launched a successful solo career, best known for his energetic Grammy-nominated 1965 hit song 123. Ken Spears. He was born in March 1938 and he died in November 2020. His age was 82 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from Lewy body dementia. Ken Spears was a veteran American animator, writer, and television producer who, along with his creative partner Joe Ruby, left an indelible mark on children's television. He was the co-creator of the iconic and enduring animated series Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? For Hanna-Barbera. The duo later formed their own successful studio, Ruby Spears Productions, which created popular cartoons like Jabberjaw and Alvin and the Chipmunks. David Dinkins. He was born in July 1927 and he died in November 2020. His age was 93 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. David Dinkins was an American politician who made history as the first and, to date, only African American to be elected mayor of the New York City. A Democrat, he served one term from 1990 to 1993, presiding over the city during a turbulent period of high crime and racial tension. He was known for his elegant demeanor and for describing the city's diversity as a gorgeous mosaic. King Von. He was born in August 1994 and he died in November 2020. His age was 26 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was homicide. Born Davon Bennett, King Von was a rapidly rising American rapper from Chicago who was a key figure in the drill music scene, known for his vivid, narrative-driven storytelling and his aggressive delivery. He gained a massive following with his breakout Crazy Story series of songs. His promising career was tragically cut short when he was killed in a shooting outside an Atlanta nightclub. Robert Sam Anson. He was born in March 1945 and he died in November 2020. His age was 75 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from dementia. Robert Sam Anson was a respected and intrepid American journalist and author, a war correspondent who was captured and held as a POW during the Cambodian Civil War. He was known for his in-depth investigative reporting and his insightful political profiles. He was a long-time contributing editor for Vanity Fair and authored several books, including a biography of Richard Nixon. Tony C. He was born in December 1973 and he died in November 2020. His age was 46 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from smoke inhalation from a house fire. Tony C. was a visionary American internet entrepreneur and venture capitalist, best known as a longtime CEO of the online shoe and clothing retailer Zappos. He was celebrated for his revolutionary focus on company culture and customer service, a philosophy he detailed in his best-selling book, Delivering Happiness. He was also a major force in the urban revitalization of downtown Las Vegas. Tom Heinsohn. He was born in August 1934 and he died in November 2020. His age was 86 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was kidney failure. Tom Heinsohn was a legendary figure in the history of Boston Celtics and one of only a few people to be inducted into the Naismith Memorial Baseball Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach. As a player, he was a key member of the 8 Celtics championship teams, and as a coach, he led the team to 2 more championships. For over 30 years, he was the team's beloved, unabashedly biased color commentator. Tom Metzger. He was born in April 1938 and he died in November 2020. His age was 82 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from Parkinson's disease. Tom Metzger was one of America's most notorious white supremacist and neo-Nazi leaders for several decades. A former Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan, he founded the racist organization White Aryan Resistance (WAR) in the 1980s. He was a prominent and virulent promoter of racist and anti-Semitic ideologies, and his organization was crippled by a major civil lawsuit that held him responsible for inciting violence. John Mayer, he was born in February 1942 and he died in November 2020. His age was 78 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from COVID-19. John Mayer was an American professional football player and coach. He played as a linebacker for the Houston Oilers in the American Football League. Mayer served as an assistant coach with the Oilers, New England Patriots, and Detroit Lions before joining the Green Bay Packers. With the Packers, he served as linebackers coach from 1975 to 1979 and defensive coordinator from 1980 to 1983. Walt Davis. He was born in January 1931 and he died in November 2020. His age was 89 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Walter Walt Davis was a remarkable two-sport American athlete. He first achieved international fame as a track and field star, winning the gold medal in the high jump at the 1952 Summer Olympics in Helsinki. He later embarked on a professional baseball career, playing for 5 seasons in the NBA and winning 2 championships with the Philadelphia Warriors and the St. Louis Hawks. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.